Is this the best real estate market to be in real estate? I get this question at least once or twice a day, sometimes by agents that are or students that are not agents yet, or some just agents like, oh my God, is this the right time to be in real estate? And coming from me, who's been in real estate over 30 years, 33 years, 1992, I got my license. I could tell you this. It's always a good time to be in real estate. Now, 30 years ago, even 20 years ago, I was a little concerned about real estate or just real being a realtor, not about the market, about technology, consumers, how they want to buy and sell houses. Things change. But the best thing now that I know is that now there's could be something out there that changes our industry, but we've been through so many changes and still to this day, which I never thought I would say this 30 years into real estate, that 95% of people use an agent to buy and sell their homes. So with all the different things, I got into real estate before the internet, when dinosaurs roamed the earth. And we were in control of the information, and there were certain cities that didn't wouldn't allow yard signs. So people had, if they wanted to buy or sell a house, they had to use a realtor because there's really no way to do it themselves. And then, contracts became readily available online with these legalzoom.com or whatever. So we thought we were in control of the contracts because they would have to hire an attorney. And then it was easy for people to find contracts. Then the internet and people see houses and then more pictures and virtual tours. I'm like, they're not even going to even want to even call a realtor to go see these houses. They're just going to see them online and buy them without even seeing them. No, that's not happen. And no, it does happen, but not for usually regular purchases. A majority are still seeing the house and going to it. And also, with the changes in laws and buyer's agency and seller's agency and all of this, we thought maybe we'd see a downturn in the amount percentage of people who are buying and selling would use a realtor. But that hasn't changed. So when I say market, the market today is it just it is what it is. I've been through wars. I've been through economic collapses back in '08. I've been through, interest rates up and down and all around. So, but our jobs are still here. So the great thing when you talk about the real estate market, it really is about the economy, a certain area. Real estate market is all very local, you know, area of a state, a city, or just a state. Our market here in Ohio is totally different than Florida or California or Texas or any other state. Real estate's real estate. But the great thing we are connected to is it's just about the market and not about disruption. Like there's already someone in, like people like to use example like Amazon and purchasing things and the retail stores and hurt retail stores and Uber coming in and hurting taxi cabs and taxi services and other things like that, trying to disrupt our industry. And that hasn't happened. And knock on wood, hopefully it never happens. It's just the market. So, is this a good time to be in real estate? Yes, it always is. There's always people buying and selling. It just have to go out there and find it. There's always a piece of the pie to go get. But then when the market's hot and it's just easier to fall across people. And when the market's tough and buyers are holding off and the sellers are holding off or staying in their houses longer, then yeah, it's a less a smaller pie. We'll say that. There's a smaller pie out there. But the best part about real estate too, like lots of different markets and industries, when there's a slow period or historically slow period, it always goes up. It's not going to stay here. There's still people that have to move. There's still people, not to talk about good, bad, or the ugly things of life, is that there's always people getting married, having families, kids graduating, moving out of their parents' house. There's always people passing away, and their houses have to move on. There's always people getting married and divorces and all of that, and jobs, moving from job to job. And I just was on this kind of talk with one of our coaching an agent earlier today, and I said one of the good things for real estate is that people today don't stay in the same job as much. They jump job to job to job to job to job, or have this gig, that gig, this, which makes them easier to move. Years ago, my grandparents, they bought a house, found a job, usually at the local factory, and they stayed there until they died. That's terrible for real estate. Sorry to say that. When someone says, I bought this house when I got married and I'm dying in this house, we don't like that in real estate. Good for them, happy, all that, but we need turnover. We need turnover. And the great thing about our things now, I think people want to move around more. They don't want to put roots down like forever, and like they have plans. They go, okay, this is our starter home, and this is our other this is when we want to have a family or not have family, or my job is all remote. So hey, I want to live here and try this out for a couple years. And then, guess what? Our jobs are more remote. Now I'm going to move over here because I could easily move wherever I want because my job is remote. So that's one of the things that I feel we're going to see as years come. It's going to really affect the real estate industry in the future more, as what happened in COVID, of more jobs being remote. I think as in real estate, that's a good thing. People are not stuck because they want to be with the same company for 25, 30 years, and they're stuck in an area because they have to drive to that office or location every day. And the remote, they can move almost anywhere. So that I think that we're going to see I don't know if we'll ever have a specific like, wow, this did it, but I think that is positive for real estate sales, more turnover of what we have. And we're a growing population for whatever way, people having families, people moving to this country, whatever. There more higher population means more houses we need. So back to the original subject matters. Is it a good real estate market to be in real estate? Yes, it's always is a good market because our jobs are here. They need us to buy. They need us to sell. Especially over the last year with the changes in buyer agency, a lot of agents were worried, oh my gosh, there's not and no buyer's going to want to pay us, or no buyer's going to want to sign a buyer agreement. And guess what? It didn't, it just helped. I feel 100% it helped our industry and helped more buyers sign more contracts. I haven't had, gosh, which is nice, in months, I haven't had any of my agents call me and go, Tony, I don't have a buyer that will sign it. I think we did a great job of training our agents. I think our agents have done a great job of understanding how to explain it. I think the consumers are understanding more. And I don't have those daily calls like I did when it started last August about, oh my gosh, how am I going to get a buyer now? And we've proven, we've over a year of history that it just helped our industry even more and get more buyers, more clients that are going to put their name and signature and guarantee to a buyer's agent they want to use them. So I know I got off tangent there, but yes, that's the answer to the question. This is a good market. And guess what? It's going to get even better because it's just cyclical. It happens. So when it's slower historically, means it's going to be busier next. So I feel next year is going to be even busier in general, but you got to find your piece of the pie. There's going to be lots of agents that are busier next year than they did this year, and there's going to be some agents that are down next year compared to this year because it's that specific. Your business is specific to you. All right, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Remember, if you want to get on my calendar, talk the number two Tony, talk to Tony.net. So have a great day and hope to talk to many of you very soon. Bye bye.